And we're live. Alright. Fable 2. I love it. You probably tolerate it. Let's get ready for part 3. Oh, wow. Hashtag not sponsored. Last we left off, we were going to meet Hammer in Brightwood, which is one of my favorite sections of this game, because I think, like, honestly, this is, like, one of my favorite parts, because it's just, like, I'm not going to do any spoilers or anything. You'll have to see this section for yourself, because, this is where it gets good. Man. Oh, I can't teleport there. I should have explored. By the way, if you're asking why my character's dressed so weird, it's because it's the best gear that you can get for, like, free. It's my ass-kicking outfit. Ah, man, this stuff. Give me a second. There you go. Man. Oh! First and foremost, you have to praise Doggo. That's the quality content I come. That's the quality content that I adore. That's what I come here for. I am here to pet dogs and kick ass. And right now, there's no enemies nearby, so sitting with my other option. Oh look, bandits. Run! I don't want to look bad in the eyes of the common folk. Oh, hello.
Need any help?
There's a shop I can't buy. Because that's definite no-no. Do I have anything I want from here? I don't think so. I'm just gonna run for it. Oh, wait, is that treasure? Treasure! Goblin noises, goblin noises, goblin noises! That's a bag full of money! No, I want to pet my dog. Good. Here comes the boy. I live for dogs, man. And cats. And pets. I don't have a pet near me. Except Biscotti, who's glaring at me from off screen. I have enough energy. Ah! I actually wonder if it's possible to beat this game with, light weapons, trader. I love light weapons. I actually really like that. That's a... Ooh. Anyway, okay, I already activated that statue. I always forget my thought processes whenever I do something. Oh god, why... I hate that you have to be, like, disliked for people just to hand you stuff. It's like... Why do I always have to be the bad guy whenever I want stuff?
regret that purchase. Well, I hope you enjoy it.
I actually used to play that whenever somebody required me to like in order, like, there's a thing where people will give you things if they really, really like you, but people will also give you things if they're terrified of you. And in one of my playthroughs, I played 100% good. Like, I physically couldn't make those barriers, even if I used, like, every stat debuff and picked every horrible item I could. I would still, since I was, like, the hero already, I couldn't reach those minimums. So what I decided to do was take the people who needed me to be evil to, like, the middle of the woods, and I would just, like, slaughter them because I couldn't get gifts from them. I couldn't do anything with it. So it's like, what do you do when... I'm pretty sure I just walked by a bunch of bandits and didn't even think twice. What do you do when you're surrounded by enemies and can't do anything? Like, what do you do when you can't achieve a goal? Like, what else are you stuck with?
I've been here for ages.
Hey.
Let's go.
I mean, on a technicality, I did buy a house off-screen, like, not off-screen. I bought it, like, last run. I just decided, like, oh, I got over 1,000. Let's just buy some stuff. So I started buying a bunch of the smaller houses. It's a minor spoiler, but there is a time skip in this game where it jumps 5 years.
Lucian's writings are fascinating. There is much in them that may interest you when you have time. For now, press on to Westcliff.
Sounds like a good bit of light reading.
Hammer, why would you jinx it like that?
The area was completely overrun by bandits.
Here we go. Had a few tricks up
Your mother knows you do this for a living.
Kaboom. Kaboom. Hey. There's our boy. Yeah, boy. Here comes the boy. Oh, there's our good doggo. Let's see what upgrades we got, and it's all for spells. I want to upgrade, like, my strength and my skills all the way before I do all of my will. Because, like, honestly, there's, like, maybe 5 spells that I actually care about, and that's time... Actually, less than that. It's time control and blades. Like, those are the only 2 that I even go near with a 10-foot pole. Because it's like... honestly, the only reason I fill out all of these other ones is because it gives you such a strong advantage because it increases the rate of your spells. But most enemies are immune to Vortex. Chaos only affects common ground troops. Force Push, most enemies are immune to Force Push. Especially, like, bigger enemies. I don't think any of, like, the hobs are because they're so small. But other than that, like, a lot of them are. Raise Dead... I don't use enough to, like, actually have a practical use for it. Because, like, I don't use Raise the Dead a lot. That's just personal preference. I don't know its actual effectiveness. Time Control is probably my most used spell because it's so useful. You could teleport behind people, you could stop time, you could slow it down. And then, I sometimes use Inferno because it's practical and useful. But, like, honestly, I'm probably just going to use Blades and Time Control for most of this run. So it's like, yeah, I am gonna derail this run through because I am going to take the alternate path. Stay away, stay away, stay away, stay away, stay away. Time control. I love that, like, that jumping that you get when you teleport behind people. Boom. Boom. Boom.
You're not fighting a defenseless village this time.
You monster! Nobody touches the boy. You okay?
Shall
If
we get
anyone
on?
harms my dog, I will slaughter everyone in the area. So now I'm definitely going to take that alternate route because he tried laying a finger on the good boy. So now I'm going to slaughter every bandit in this area. With no remorse. Nobody touches the good boy. Nobody, and I mean no one, is allowed to touch my dog. Fuck with the doggo, you get the stabbo. Anyway, now that they're all gone, back to normal. Treasure! I love treasure, in case you didn't know. Taking all of the potions. And I know where all the treasures are in this area, because it's kind of like force a habit to like loot everything in the area. So honestly, there's very few things that surprise me anymore whenever the dog, like, finds it, but there's still things that surprise me. In case you couldn't tell, I like speccing into ranged weapons, like, early game, because it definitely saves you a lot of trouble. Jeez, man. It's almost as if some of these people are fighting for their lives. Trying to remember exactly where the path branches off, because I know there's two paths you can take. One takes you straight where you need to go, and then the other one is kind of like wobbly off to the side. I don't have 10 keys? What? I thought I did.
Do I look like I'm scared of you?
Hammer's just like walking through circles of people. Dick. Head. Get what you deserve. Okay, doggo. I named him Fido, if memory serves correct. Sometimes I name him Radcliffe. I don't know why. It's not like I have anything against Daniel Radcliffe or anybody with the last name of Radcliffe. He just looks like a Radcliffe to me.
I usually like to kill really rich folk. You'll go for now.
Dare get up. Oh, you can't.
Boom.
Hey, if you did want to
burning eggs in the countryside. I don't know why some of these guys are taking so long. Should just give up. They don't know that I'm the hero who slaughters thousands of people because he can. I mean, granted, everyone here is bandits, so I don't think there's much remorse in this scenario.
I can't believe I've been facing this all my life.
One of the best things you can do is push people off cliffs in this game. You can sometimes do it, depending on who it is.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. I'm really
Okay. When in doubt, eat an apple. Boom. There goes a good boy. Oh, I forgot this was here. Does this take me out of the mission? Let's hope not. There's a treasure chest, and I'm doing my best to get through this mission. Don't you just love making money, just grave robbing and looting through everything? It's the best. Oh. Oh, there's the gargoyle. I can finally show you guys what a gargoyle looks like, because I can aim. God, that's my first gargoyle. There's 50 of these things, and they're in, like, the most random locations. And it sucks. Because, yeah, destroying the gargoyles is not an easy task, like, at all. And I think the most I ever did was, like, 30, maybe 40. And I have the game guide. It's not like I couldn't sit down and, like, grind it out. But, like, there's 50 of them. Like, no. Ooh, what was that? Thank you. Thank you very much. Amazing fight. Good to know. Okay, continuing back along my mission. My real primary objective, which is not slaughtering the countryside of all bandits because they accidentally hit my dog. You know, the way you should play this game, right? Okay. Oh, I know where we're approaching, and I love it a lot. We're actually approaching one of my favorite sections of the game. Oh, if you're wondering why I like teleporting so much, when you teleport behind somebody, notice how the weapon turns red? During the time that it is a different color, you deal more damage, and it can be up to like 2 or 3 times more damage depending on which level you set it at. So, like, not only does it last longer, but it also deals more damage depending on how long you do it for. Oh, doggo. There's about 4 different dig spots per area. Oh, look. Food. Don't care. There's treasure! Why do you need food when there's treasure to be had? Ah, money bags. My favorite form of ways to receive currency. Why don't we have things like that anymore, man? Items of a bygone era. Oh my gosh, we're already here. Come on, Hammer.
This must be the infamous barricade. Doesn't look that tough.
We can't stop him.
I think Hammer had an influence on
Fight, you
my
cowardly
preference.
knaves.
Highwayman. I hate the Highwaymen, like, early in the game. Like, I hate encountering Highwaymen, because, like, you don't really get people that destructive this early in, and most of them you can outmaneuver, but the Highwayman literally disappears for a few seconds and then reappears right behind you no matter where you are. And sometimes it just, like, flat out doesn't make sense.
Again.
Physique. Physique is a really interesting one, because Physique increases the amount of damage that you deal with melee weapons specifically, but it also, like, bulks out your character, so, like, by the end of the game, they just look like this, and they have, like, really tiny heads, and it's hilarious. They didn't need to do that. They just make it look a little goofy. Like, it's fine, but I have 2,600 experience. I'm gonna save up for 2,700 so I can get blades. There's the Highwayman. Yeah, like, notice how he, like, blocks way more than everyone else here. He also has, like, twice the amount of health that everyone else here has. And I got lucky because he got glitched. I'm gonna purchase blades real quick because, that definitely gave me enough to be able to purchase blades, because this ability is well needed. And then spell selection, blades.
Remember our last fight, lads? We came back then too.
Notice there's more blades with each level up that you do.
Oh, it was his turn to buy the drinks this weekend.
And your damage multiplier applies when you're casting spells too. So one of my favorite things to do is to set up my skill tree as time control, then blades, then time control, then blades, then fireball. Like going up the tree that would be where I am right now. So that way, if you cast time control, it slows down all your enemies. Then the second time you cast time control, it slows them down even more. And then you basically have all the time in the world to think of what you want to do next. So you can either set up blades again, or cast fireball at 200%, 300% damage, depending on what you have set up. And it casts faster once you've upgraded your entire tree. So it's like, all of the damage stacks on top of itself, and that's not even counting if, like, that's not even counting for guns or anything like that. You're just doing your basic stat attacks and stuff. And while it's in time control mode, all of the enemies slow down, so you still get an advantage on all that. Checking up on Doggo. Gotta make sure Doggo is doing okay, because they really gun after your pet in this section, especially if you set it up with, oh god, what is the book for, I think it's like Hound or something like that, like, Attack Dog. There's a book that if you read it, it levels up your dog's attack. And they'll attack your dog more often if you have that attached. Where's Doggo? Doggo. Oh, I think there's a key somewhere around here. Oh, nope. Treasure chest. I know there's a key somewhere around here, just because I think it's my dog's running to it in the distance. God, I've played this game way too much. I think Domo's seen me play through most of this game. At least, like, in the background. Yeah? Yeah. It's also, like, one of my favorite games of all time, so it's like... Come on. How could you not like this game? It's better than my rifle. I love just randomly finding crossbows in boxes. It's just the best. There's a dog. Westcliff! Here it comes! This is like one of my favorite areas, man. I've been waiting for this one. Because this is the peak of the game for me. Like, this is one of my favorite segments just because of how, just because of how good it is. It's like, this is like... This is one of my favorite missions in a moment. I think a lot of the story of this game is like a lot better if you actually sit down and read the stories that Hammer's talking about.
It's supposed to be infested with Balverines.
Balverines.
I heard this one story about these traders who got attacked. Balverines killed both parents, but the kids survived. The slaver found the Balverines, took them back to his camp and locked them up in a cage. That night, the kids turned, broke out of the cage and ripped it.
That's it. If you look through the journals, the story that Hammer is telling is actually cataloged by people. It's amazing. Like, there's so much that happens in the background of this game that, like,
It makes you think,
a lot of
doesn't
people don't really recognize. I still smirk sometimes whenever you praise your dog, because if your dog is behind you when you do praise, sometimes it doesn't turn around your character, so it's just your human waving their ass in your pet's face, and it's just like, you didn't take that into account. There it is! There's our boy!
Come on.
Man, I love the Balverines. Not like... These are one of the only enemies that can attack you from behind. And they're just awesome. I actually learned that the best way to fight in this game is actually to copy the Balverines, because they have such an erratic attack pattern. Like, teleporting behind people is like one of the best strategies you can do. It literally leaves people so incredibly vulnerable to every attack you do. Really is an amazing setup. Amazing. You know... Oh. Okay. You know, out of all those times that we've been attacked by bandits, the doggo didn't get hurt once. Collateral. Balverines. I think it just shows the damage output of Balverines. Bandits with swords couldn't hurt my dog, but Balverines weren't even close to him, but still managed to hurt him. These things are dangerous, man. Like, the damage output of Balverines are like twice that of... Ooh, fancy hat. Whatever that is. Thank you, doggo. Actually, I think the helmet's better. I don't know. I love how in this game, it doesn't affect a ton if you, like, dress certain ways. Because I think having, like, enchanted equipment is, like, a cool idea and all. But when I play a game and, like, the strongest items are like ridiculously ugly or bad. Like, it's unimmersive. It's not a good idea. I think clothing should only affect aesthetic and... Oh, it is better. Huh. Yeah, you see, this is my ass-kicking outfit. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're gonna encounter what's-her-face. It's like... But Bella... Ooh. Treasure! Ah! You can hear her screaming in the distance. Meanwhile, treasure! Ah, I love how you put both hands and then you... Good doggo. Thought you could trick me into not going after a treasure chest with,
Are you alright?
What is her name?
Balverines attacked us.
Lilith. That's what it
They killed
is.
my husband. They killed my Frederick. It's all right. Stay with us. They took my son. Can you show us where he is? I think so.
I think so. What is that? Oh, okay.
Oh, my poor Robert. What if they've already... I'm sure your son's all right. We'll find him.
This is one of my favorite sections of the game. Have I shown you this one yet? The one with all the Balverines? They're like Wolverines and Badgers mixed together. It's great. That's the key I was thinking of earlier. How many keys do I have? I should only have... I think I have like 10. I think it's in miscellaneous. Yeah, I got 10 keys now. Balverines? Balverines? Where's our Badger boys?
You take that wheel hand.
Teleport.
You know why they call me forever?
Teleport. Nope, that didn't work at all. Healing up. I can now raise the dead. I love how raise the dead is an ability that you can get very early in the game, but it's just so incredible.
Come closer. I hold treasures unworthy of most mortals. You would like to come inside and see, wouldn't you? Oh yes, I can sense your greed. Good.
Which one's...
Good. You're wondering what the price is. All I ask is that you enjoy yourself. Stand safe, lose yourself to all that is pleasurable, and I will be yours to open. Eat all you want, drink all you want, sleep all
Oh,
you
this is the one where you have to, like,
Give in
eat a
to the needs of
boatload of food or something like that.
deserve it. You are better than all others. Yes, yes.
Some of these doors are just weird, but I'd imagine that if I was stuck to a
What is
wall
the
for
point of life?
1,000 years, I'd probably go batshit insane and just do try and see if I could make people do weird shit. Because, like, one of the doors you actually... I think this one you actually have to eat, like...
Restraint is for the weak and the foolish.
I can't remember. I remember this door now, but I also remember that the requirement to get in was one of the really dumb ones. There's one where you have to eat a shit ton of cheese. Or no, you have to give it cheese. It's one of those two. I can never remember if I have to eat a bunch of cheese or give him a bunch of cheese, which, honestly, if I was an immortal door, I would enjoy cheese too. Sometimes you need cheese, man. Cheese do be like that. I'd be like that. I'd eat cheese. I'd give people an insane treasure for cheese. Teleport. Teleport. Boom. See that? That was just like 2 hits from these guys. Accuracy! I got another ability. Oh yeah, let's go, yeah. We're getting close there. I can feel it. I should probably do on-screen achievement hunting, see how far I can get in this game. Because there's a lot of achievements in this game. Like, some of them are ridiculously difficult to get, and some of them can't be done anymore because DLC became unavailable. I don't know if you can still get it. I'm pretty sure you can get it for free now. Let's praise the dog. I am keeping my dog lover title because I love my dog. And he is a very good boy. Wow, you could just swim away. Man, imagine just ditching your planes. Oh, I love the atmosphere. There's a spooky boy.
Is this where they took him?
God, the Balverines just sitting over at the top watching you. If you look into the shadows of this area, you can see Balverines crawling all around you. But like, the first time you play it, you don't quite notice it. But like, when I went through and played it again, I got full-on shivers because I was noticing that there was Balverines all over the place. And like, that was back before I found a lot of the exploits where like the 2-player exploit where if you log in a second player, have him drop all of his stuff and then exit out and then log back in, you can basically infinitely farm the multiplayer mechanic and unlock everything you could ever hope to have, and it's wonderful. But yeah, like stuff like that where it's like quite bizarre, but man.
You won't let anything happen to him, will you? You'll save him.
You'll save him. Dig spot.
I know, but you won't be able to help him if you get eaten, will you?
Oh, I was gonna show
Who
you
knows
guys,
what's
but
waiting for us down here. We've got to be careful.
I got distracted by Doggo asking me to dig. My Diggo. My dog. My dig dog.
Yay!
I just realized I don't have a witchy hat. Do I? Nah, I don't have anything like pointed tip witchy hat. I have a spooky hat. I got several spooky hats. But not anything witchy. We should cure that. We should cure that problem because, oh.
Children.
I bring you flesh.
Watch Lilith. Boom. Whoa. I have no one to blame but myself on that one. You ever just memorize an attack pattern so well that you can't be hit by anything?
She's right. Show no mercy and get out of that place quickly.
Show no mercy.
Across that pit.
Can do.
Must be something we can do.
Where's... I forgot that they do the like... I know he's around here somewhere. Or I guess she.
See if you can find something to make a...
Come on, Hammer.
Oh, I see it. That pillar looks weak. Right, one room's coming up. Keep those buggers off me.
There's the big bad. If you watch in the background, Hammer is actually beating up a pillar to make a bridge. You ever just not have a solution, so you just decide to punch a wall until you can actually just cave it in the coolest way possible? Careful. Boom. Metal as fuck. Fuck physics. We're making a bridge. This game. That's all I have to say, is just this game. The first few times, I still remember the first few times I played this, because when I was a little kid, when they were playing, my dad is actually the one that showed me this game, and he would, it used to be at an old gaming company that he used to program with. So, like, whenever he would take me to work, he would just sit me down in front of a place, in front of an Xbox 360 and a projector screen where they normally kept their office. So I'd play this game for hours, and I still remember the first times I played the game. And so it's like, the amount of time that I pumped into the game in early childhood, like, I still remember to this day, because it was one of the first times where Dad was like, you know what, play any game you want, look up anything, do whatever you want, and it was like, it was such like a crazy moment of my life where like I played like Mirror's Edge and Fable 2. I played like all of these like normally rated M games where my mom would be like, don't play this unless your dad already gives you permission, and I'm like, all right. But I played so many games that I still remember like 90% of them. I remember playing games from like I think it's like Wild Tangent now or something like that, but like I remember playing games on like at that time an incredible gaming computer, which now is basically standard computers. But it was like it was so crazy because like it was the first time in my life that I got to meet like heavy end programmers who had difficulties being allowed to play games, and I'm like, I've never heard of that before. I played Devil May Cry, when it was like still in its height of popularity, still releasing games. I mean, that would be like before 4. I remember playing it the week it came out at my dad's work because one of his friends got it ahead of its release. And so it's like all of those games I played so much. Like I played Unreal Tournament 3 when it was still in development. And to this day, I still remember that was the first gaming competition I won. Granted, most of the people were casual players because they always wanted a wide demographic whenever playing. But still, it was like, I got to play stuff, like, ahead of the curve, and I got to go to the Game Developers Conference, and, like, that was so instrumental in my shaping of everything that I do now, that it's like, it's weird to imagine without what my life would have been without games. Like, my dad's a programmer, it's like, it was all a part of my life, and it's like, now I'm doing streaming. It's like it's all come full circle, and I just appreciate everything about from development to actual.
Wow, look
like,
at these two. You lost, little girl.
Fuck you, Ron. Anyway.
Shouldn't come round here. You might ladder your stockings. Yeah, your stockings.
Could totally take those guys down single-handedly, not even a shred of remorse. I love how you can actually see the difference in this area when it's under development versus like your choices afterwards.
Using my hammer and your head. I wonder if there
Ah,
are
hammer, Queen of Sass.
To the Crucible, I mean. You think you have to sign some sort of waiver?
It's so nostalgic coming back to this game. I'll accept your gift.
Let's just ignore these
Oh my
idiots.
gosh, the weapons trader. The first, like, grade A weapon I got was actually from this weapons trader. That is how extremely avidly I remember playing this game as a kid. It's like, I was just sitting there like, man, this is really cool. And then I saw, like, I think it was one of the cleavers, and I'm like, oh my gosh, 55 damage? That's insane! And then I kept going, and I'm like, oh, this does 70? And then I saw, like, at the bottom, it was, like, I think it was the Master Mace. And I still remember, like, the rush of adrenaline where I'm like, I want that weapon. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Not that I don't enjoy hanging around this little holiday destination, but we should probably see about getting into the Crucible.
I can play the game.
Show us.
People find this game hilarious, and I still, even as a kid, didn't understand why it was so funny. Fun. Moustache. Still don't get it. I think it's because, like, the Elizabethan era was so deprived of content that, like, anything was funny. Thank you. I'll use that. Yoink. Thanks for the free item. Oh, wait. I think I can approach Burnham early. I know where all the missions lead. It's so weird revisiting. I always feel a little weirded out revisiting old games, because it's like, it's so nostalgic, but it's also like, it's like pulling from a distant memory, because you're just sitting there like, I remember playing this game when it first released, and then you like feel that age hit you across the face, and then you're like, but that was also like instrumental to my childhood. It's just so weird feeling time pass. Man, I love this game so much. Can I approach Burnham before I do anything else? Because he's going to require 5,000 gold.
Illustrious gazoons, it's you again.
I always invest in Burnham because this guy, this guy's going places.
I will notify. You'll see some constant.
Gotta love that energy, man. The different challenge each time. Like, I think that's the only evil thing that I've done in this game. Is like I'd get rid of people just to like increase the just so I could get the only good citizens. I was not a very...
Take your time.
Ooh, tattooist.
Oh, good to have you back.
I love the tattoo designs in this. Scariness, attractiveness. The best tattoos you can get are in, oh god, what is it? It's in, the Gypsy Camp. There's a tattooist, like, really early in the game that can give you the best tattoos in the entire game. And it's great. If you notice, the dog dances around me sometimes whenever I do things.
I like it.
Ta-da! Oh, she likes whistling. I love how, like, the tunes are supposed to be completely indistinct, and they are literally incomprehensible. I'm gonna take that. Thanks. Now I'm gonna ignore you for the rest of the game. Free items
There's no
are
better
best
tattoos
items.
than mine.
Look, Murray, another pair of nobodies trying to get into the Crucible. Doesn't anybody know you've got to be famous to fight here?
One of my favorite things is the requirement to become a part of the Spire. You have to be in the Crucible and survive. Like, that's the bare minimum. Which means everyone we fight, once we go to the Tattered Spire, has fought in the Crucible. And it's weird to think because of, like, how low strength their gear is. I need 135 more renown than I got. Okay. I always do Defender of Light because, okay, there's like a handful of missions that I know the outcomes of, and I hate it when all of the really good places end up in, like, shambles and, like, potential spoil, like, it's kind of spoilery, kind of not, because it's just telling the outcome of what happens if you don't do this mission. You can actually choose to side up with it, and it changes which places look pretty and which ones don't. I like Oakfield. It's boring, but it's at least very aesthetically pleasing, because, like, cottagecore stuff. So it's like, I don't mind always completing this mission. But, like, the outcome is so key to, like, this thing. I don't like the monks. I don't like them as people. I don't like how bland and boring they are, but it is very important because I like how pretty the rest of the land is.
I was hoping you would return. The temple is in need of a protector once more.
I'm probably going to do a run where I play exclusively evilly, but the thing is, I have a feeling that most people who jump into my streams and that's the first thing they see, I don't like that idea because I don't like playing evil routes. It bugs me. Because, like, there's never any good endings for when you play evil characters, so it's like, it make me angry. I don't like it. Blades. I really like the progression of this game. I do think the pacing could be changed around a little, but honestly, like, I feel like they already have a game engine for making all this stuff. Like, they could have easily just added more variables and then released the third game actually good. I just want I want a good Fable game. And some people even say that this isn't a good Fable game, which is weird to me because, like, honestly, this adds a lot of content. It takes away a lot of content, but I think a fair amount of the content wasn't really needed. Now we gotta clear out this area. doing it so locos. Fighting bad guys. I'm still confused on why you don't bring Hammer along to fight in the Temple of Light when the Temple of Bad Guys, Darkness, whatever they are, appear. So it's like, oh shoot, that's a highwayman. These guys can block you even when you're right behind them, and I think that's annoying. James, why do you hate highwaymen? Beck, why do you not like this? Well, of course I don't like it. They're one of the only people who can teleport behind you, and on top of that, they can block you while you're behind them. I go by that now. It's weird because, like, I still mix it up myself. Which I shouldn't. I shouldn't at this point. But I like the name Beck so much more. And my brain wants to be messy and complicated. Stop the shadow worshippers. I wouldn't mind doing an evil run. I just don't want people to have like their first introduction to my channel being me playing evil. And just natural numbers increase over time, so it's like, why would I, when I'm more popular, go back and play a game where I do bad things? It's like, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have to do it on my own time, but also on my own time I don't play as many video games unless it's cooperatively with people or, you know. Stay away. No. You know, I wouldn't mind if they added in an extra detail of hollow men fighting some of these creatures. So I think that would be a really nice touch to add. Ooh. Can't remember this area. I think I heard the dog bark. I know in one of these there's like a little treasure or like a path that you can take. It doesn't open up until later, I guess. I think it's this one. Anyway. Gotta stop the big bad evil, guys, cause that's a big no.
You think you can stop me? I am channeling the natural energies of and feeding my unholy powers. I cannot be harmed. Slaughter her.
Oh, here it is. I really do think that these guys were based on Wesley from Princess Bride. Like, everything from their aesthetic.
Those were but mortal men, hired now. Witness the true power of the shadows. Arise.
Oh no, the shadows. Oh. I love how the things that appear from the shadows are the same creatures that appear when it's filled with light. Now that I'm thinking about it, these guys appear because they appeared when the Temple of Light was still holy, so why would they appear when it's filled with darkness? Darkness, 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 darkness. Stop. Don't jump. See, one of the best things you can do. Hold down X, swing in a direction. While it slows down time, hold down X, swing in a direction. Power. Oh. I don't like Cornelius Grimm. Where are the Shadow Boys? Defender of Light.
We heard the fighting.
Abbott, you're a little late. Not gonna lie. We are saved. Yes,
You
I know.
are a holy champion, sent to us by the light itself. Thank you again.
You are now staying
Proceeds to slaughter everyone within a 30-mile radius. Ugh.
That's it. Almost everyone in Westcliff has heard about you, for better or worse. Now you can go back to the Crucible Gatekeepers.
Celery. Celery is one of the only things that makes your character thinner, which is a weirdly specific thing that it does. It's annoying. There's also a potion that does it too. You can gain weight and lose weight through potions and eating food. Which I wish there was like a potion where I could just drink it and just be ripped. Ugh. But, you know. You know. Oh. Biscotti's asleep off to the side. Okay, I already grabbed that. I already did that. Vault. Vault. Now let's go to the Abbot and say we saved everybody. Ha! Nice. I just noticed how much money I'm making whenever time passes by because I've bought so many stalls. It's great.
Be not afraid of the unknown. Cast a light. Welcome, my good friend. Please contribute to our temple and receive the blessing of the light. Each donation will bring you wisdom and peace of mind. Thank you.
Okay, who am I supposed to talk to? Oh, wait. I'm gonna complete all the quests. I want to see what happens if I complete them this early. Archaeologist. The gargoyle. Dude, I don't think anyone's... I don't know anyone, at least personally, who has completed all of the gargoyle quests. Archaeologists. I don't complete the archaeologist until after the time skip. And the summoners are pretty interesting. I like the summoners. We'll do the summoner. Let's do the summoners mission. But first, I'm going to teleport to Bower Lake and then buy up the last of the gypsy camp. So I have a little bit of money. I don't know how much. I actually should have checked. Too late. But I'm doing my best. I forgot how much money I had before this. I should have double checked, but I own everything in this area, and it's not too shabby. Where's... Ah, there's a spot I haven't bought yet. I always buy up the Gypsy Lake because it's so absurdly cheap that if you just buy and rent out all of these different properties, like, you're making bank when after the time skip. I'm pretty sure there's something about that one that gets you more stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. How did I not save up enough?
The
Dun dun dun. I think it's this tattoo parlor. Yeah, this gypsy tattooist. Why did I not save up more? Dang it. Da-dang it. Da-da-da-da-da. Ah, Andrew the Stonecutter.
Some of my friends are thinking
Some of my friends. Oh, one thing I don't like about this game is children. They're either horrifying or, like, really annoying. Because, I don't know. I don't know why. They just, some of them get really annoying. I also like the gypsies a lot. They're really fun. They know how to party. I don't know. Civilian displacement. Bowerstone blacksmith. Okay, let's go back to this. And I think, if memory serves correct, to do this mission, we have to go to Bowerstone Market in the Old Town. Because that puts us close to the cemetery. I think. Oh, God. You ever just memorize a map and then forget it over the course of time? I go back to this game like once every year or two. And I always have fun with it. Like, I know the most ideal routes to complete 90% of the game. But that last 10%, I keep, like, stumbling into bits and pieces. And I start, like, finding more and more. And I love it. But, some of it is very hard to find. Oh, while I'm here, I'm pretty sure there's a gargoyle nearby. It's on the other side. I'm gonna go and do it real quick. I'm gonna go and do the gargoyle that I couldn't fire at earlier. I was literally just sitting there taking pot shots at it, and I couldn't hit it. Because I couldn't aim. And I know that sometimes you could just shoot randomly and hit it, but, like, odds are you're not gonna hit it. Like, I know certain... I think, like, if you're on this one and you just fire, you might be able to hit it. Yeah, no. See? There you are. That's normally the first gargoyle anyone ever finds. I don't know. Maybe I should do gargoyle hunting. I should do, like, a guide on it, because I definitely have the game guide, and it's easier to, like, see examples of it. I don't know. This game's kind of old, and I bet you there's, like, tons of guides on it. Somewhere out there. There's probably, like, an ideal route already written up, because, like, this game is very, very popular. Or was at one point. It's kind of ancient now, because this game's older than... It's been too long. I'm not gonna say that number out loud, because then I'm gonna date myself, because I'm like, oh man, I've been playing this since a child, and I'm like, that means very different things now. Is it this house? No, it's not. I ran by the house, and I want to tell a story about an urban legend, and I'm not sure which house it's connected to. I think it's either the house I just did, or one in the next area. No, I think it's the one right across. Shoot. There's actually a house that if you sleep in it, it, like, lowers your charisma bar, and I don't think there's one that raises it. If you want to know how old this game is, it has a reference to Trollface. That is how old it is. Yay! Money! Good doggo. Oh. If this doesn't look familiar, go back and watch the first episode, but this is the place that you destroy either the bugs or all of the cargo in. You might be able to open it. I don't know. Look familiar? There's all the same barrels, and there's a key. I actually don't know what happens if you destroy all the barrels, like if the door is just naturally opened or if it ends up beaten up and closed down. Because I know that there's a lot of tiny details that, like, you have to search for to find it. Like, the couple that you bring together is still around, and I think they have kids by the time you get back into the game. By the time you get to this stage of the game. So... And, the guy who ends up becoming sheriff, if you give the good guy, in air quotes, all the deeds, the town looks amazing, but if you give it to the bad guy,
He was determined not to go throwing himself into...
if you give it to the bad guy, the entire town that you start off in is, like, run down and destroyed. I think that's a crazy specific detail. This game definitely has, its favoritism with which side you want to play as. There it is!
Your fault.
Cemetery
You're the one who
Road.
said I was a chicken because I wouldn't read it in the first place.
Yes, but you're the one who...
Hey, look! You have to help us! He raised the dead!
They both...
Mother will kill us
They
if
opened
finds
the
out.
book of the extremely dead, and now I have to kill 100 people that they raised by accident. Plot convenience, but man, is that a great setup. If you listen to them, they're talking about the Necronomicon in reference, but it's also really weird because, like... This game was made by nerds. You can tell. There's so many, like, subtle references to, like, everything across the board. Like, if you look long enough, you'll find anything. Like, you find, like... If the website was still up, you could have a Halo reference. I'm gonna passive-aggressively mention that again. By the way, if you dance at those people running by you, they actually will stop and follow you around, which is a bad idea because you don't want to... Whenever you lift a weapon near a civilian population, they get, like, more scared of you. And that's really annoying to me. Oh, I know. I'm gonna do this one. Because the chickens are right there.
You, please, meat. So hungry.
If you don't have meat, kick a chicken to him.
I was mad.
Oh, nope, nope. Why is chicken off to side?
Of meat. Then was demon gone. No more meat, only hunger.
Where's the chicken? There's the chicken. God, it's so hard to aim these things. You know, I didn't think I'd say it's hard to aim a chicken today, but it's hard to aim a chicken. Nope. Whoa. Oh, I kicked enough chickens to get a new title. Ah, God, I love this game. Chicken. There you go. I love how the chicken just explodes. All I can say is just this game.
Meat. Meat good.
How did that not kill the chicken?
Inside now.
Oh. Cool. I'm gonna just jump it. I'm gonna lose the progress on the mission, but all I did on that previous mission was accept the mission, and I want this door. I like going through doors because they're so cool, and a lot of them have like tiny stories behind them on why they're like cursed by demon doors and different like nitpicky things that all come together. Some of them are like full on weird, and I love it. This one... I just walked right back in, didn't I? I forgot to turn around. That awkward moment when you walk right back. I did not mean to go this way. Come on, let me back through the door. Oh my gosh. It reloaded me back in the mission because I forgot to... I accidentally went back because I didn't know that was the route I was supposed to take. Give him chicken.
Long time ago, ate meat.
By the way, every cemetery in this is either a dad joke or some form of pun. Heavily recommend it. It's hilarious.
Demon door. No more meat. Only hunger.
Oh, me too.
Ah, meat. Meat good. Go inside now.
Come on. Give me the demon door. You just need to kick a chicken into it, and then you get to go in. But I foolishly thought I would run forward. You're not supposed to go that way. Don't follow the yellow golden path. Dorothy, you should know better. See? Why did it... Oh, that's why it glitched out.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna have to finish this mission first. I had to quit out of the mission before I could go in, since I accepted the mission. Oh, God. That's like one of the only glitches. Boy, why would they do this to me? I just found a glitch. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Like, in person, because I've never done it. I'm just gonna kill the 100 big bad evil guys. Dig spot. Nothing says a good time like a little bit of grave robbing. Oh! Oh, shoot! I thought I would get it in time. I was literally already punching into the air.
Right where it hurts.
Come on. Dig. Come on, dog. You know where it is. I know where it is. I could dig it myself if I didn't require the dog. Can't remember. Is this? Nah, that's not better than my hat. Definitely not better than my hat. Ooh. Gotta love being powerful enough to wipe out multiple enemies in one hit. I love how it's called the Norman Nomicon in this game, too. It's like Norman is like the most bland name you could choose. And yet they chose it because they're... Okay. Dracula. Okay, dexterous styles. It's the one that increases aim. Oh, I love the aim ability, but my favorite ability is sub-targeting, because you can basically aim at somebody, and then you can adjust it to shoot like the hand of someone like holding a sword. It's awesome. Oh God, which expression is that one? I love these expression statues. Oh, wait, do I have enough keys? Oh, that one only requires 1 key. Yeah. Oh, look, a ring. Useless. Muda, 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 muda. Oh, look, I got some good points. I don't know how. One of my favorite, like, subtle surprises that you get in this game is, like, sometimes just randomly, like, bonuses will appear above your head. Just like, oh, suddenly you got some extra good. Don't know how, but I guess that's how it works now. I love how the enemies also use different strategies depending on who you're fighting against. That is the Norman Nomicon. I still have to fight a few more enemies. I can't remember where they are. Which way am I supposed to go? Anyways, I'm gonna keep going uphill, 'cause that's the best way to assume. Is the further uphill you go, the better it gets. Because fighting enemies is always an uphill battle. For justice! Or whatever. What? Where? Come on, follow the glowy trail. Only one person was running, everybody else is clapping. Where's the direction I'm supposed to be going? That was an unintentional rhyme scheme. I love it. I should just do that just to see if I can, like, mess with people a little. Oh, I didn't go this way! Silly sub-tapping. Now I have to go and get the Norman Nomicon, which is like all the way over there, where I just was. God, man, one of the worst things to do is having to go back, and I could have sworn I had this emotion. I think it's like, it's none of these, I know that for sure. You can just hear someone stuttering in fear in the background. That's right, fear me. I am a holy knight at this point. If you notice, I'm such a good guy, my veins are blue. Because as we all know, blue is good, red is evil. Can I? Oh. I remember getting this treasure before, and I think there's something on the other side of this. Hey, money bags. Oh, that's a I think that's a dungeon in the game. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, dude. In distance over there. God, I can't remember. It was like you had to fire through some trees to actually hit it. Like that ridiculous of a level of like specificity. It pissed me off so much when I found that out. I actually like refused to do the gargoyles after I found out that that was one of them. And I went to the wrong door. Anyway, is there anything over here? You sit on this one. Is it this hill? There it is. There it is. This guy. That one right there. I actually couldn't see it on my old TV. I actually thought... Come on, man. I have to, like... Nah, I don't think that was it. Shoot. Well, those are all the gargoyles that I remember readily offhand. And it's only 4 of them. I know there's a bunch of them that you just encounter sometimes. Where is the Norman Nomicon? I literally... in the thing. I ran right by it. Twice. 2 times. Give the Norman Nomicon to Sam. I am going to get that demon door done because I just done goofed and had to restart the mission twice. I have the patience of a small child. So when I had to when I accidentally glitched it out and had to restart again, ooh, I was salty as heck. Thought I was gonna say something else. No, not this eccentric psycho. I mean, yeah, good person. Average, everyday, normal person. Give it to Sam. Oh, by the way, you want to know how nerdy they are? The developers of this named them Sam and Max.
Oh, here we are. Tantir Barada Kanda. Mukluk. What?
Max and Sam instead of Sam and Max because they are sly about that. Sam and Max are like my favorite chaotic bisexual couple. Look, a hollow head. Okay. Now that I'm good and in between missions, I should be able to go through that door now. And if I can't, I'm going to be very sad. I hope I can. I think I can. I'm pretty sure I have the ability to. But we never know. I'm going to pull out the book on like the last day of this stream and actually go through and do some of... Or like, after I'm done with this stream, I'm actually going to pull out the game guide and like show how absurdly difficult these routes are. Eat it. There you go. Let me go.
Meat good.
I just exploded a chicken against a door. It yelled meat good and lets me go in. But that's all a part of Fable 2. You know? The usual. The Forgotten Keep. I actually kind of remember this one. My favorite one is one where it's like all snowy and stuff, but I can't remember how you get into that one. I can't remember which one that one is. Oh! This one. Eye out for it just in case. Belverine Strength Potion, Precise Skill Potion, Infused Will Potion. Eat them all up. Drink it down. Drink it down. Okay. Okay. By the way, the more complicated the door, the better the prizes you get at the end. Is there not a gargoyle? There's Medusa. Hopefully they didn't auto-detect that, because that looked like a bare top, but I'm not sure. It wasn't. For all intents and purposes, it was a person wearing a short top. Where could it be? Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Who could it be? I just stubbed my toe clearly. Ow. That was my foot. Okay, so that door's open. I have to pee. Only slightly, though. What's that mission? There's a mission right there. The Sculptor. Donating to the Temple of Light. Shoot at least 10 gargoyles. The Archaeologist. And the Crucible. So, what on earth is that mission? Okay, so we're gonna go this way. Oh, yes. Yes, I think I know this one. The Graveyard Mansion. Go away! Come on, man. Let me in. Let me in! Let me in! Oh my gosh, how do you get into this one? Do I have to wait until after? I don't want to have to wait until after the Crucible. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna take a 10-second break. I normally go right before, so this doesn't happen. But I'm gonna save, and while it's doing that, I'm gonna go pee. It's gonna take literally a minute. Okay? Just don't worry about me. I just gotta remember this one. Yeah, that one's the good one. Now I mute. Boom. Hopefully that was less than a minute. Ah. Oh, there you go. Oh, God. Fastest pee in the West. That was dumb. Don't ever quote me on that. Statue. I'm pretty sure that's protected under artist art appreciation. I don't think the character model's nude in the statues. I can go back and do a lecture on the significance of nudity in art appreciation, but I really think they're wearing a short top in that, because that wouldn't have flown even in the, what is it, like early 2000s? That's like 2005, right? Well, it is a rated M game. I don't know, I'd have to double check. Oh yeah, one of the reasons I'm doing, that I'm live streaming Fable 2 is because my old friend, Mr. Copyright, decided something horrifically, ironic. Instead of copyrighting me for the songs that I actually said actively on stream, this song is copywritten, it's going to get me in trouble because it's gotten me a copyright strike on every video it appeared on so far, i.e. Hollowed Bastion in Kingdom Hearts 2. It didn't get me a copyright strike for that song or the Pirates of the Caribbean theme, but it gave it to me for 2 random songs that I had no idea would get me a copyright strike. So I have a video of me my profile image is me flipping off Hollowed Bastion because I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I'm not gonna have any problems with that. And then like out of nowhere, it's just the totally different game that got me in trouble. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to the cellar. While I have chances of just picking up random stuff and getting through the game, like, I think I'm gonna take my time because I know that in a minute I'm gonna be doing a big portion of the game that results in a time jump. So I'm excited for the Crucible, but I think I'm gonna do that next video, next Fable 2 video that I do, because as much as I love the Crucible, it is also like a half an hour outtake, or like an hour outtaking, unless you're like really gunning through it. And since I don't have a buttload of money / time right now, or like experience, since I'm not a high level character, I'm gonna go and see if I can complete everything else before the Crucible. That'd be a really entertaining experience. Also means I could cut off the stream at any minute. Come on. Come on, my dude. I know where you're going. You know where you're going. We just need to see if it works. Come on. Like 2 inches off, and since...
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before.
Haven't seen you around before. What's a girl like you doing in a place like living?
At least all that fighting hasn't made you lose your looks too much.
Oh, look at this. It's a tiny balding man. Bald. I know there's a gargoyle somewhere nearby. I think if you go through this one, you can go upstairs and get...
No. Not the tofu.
I'm not at home, so you
I don't know much about skirts.
You could do the fun route and just burst down the door.
Look at you all with those big faces. You're supposed to
Did he just call me ugly? That random dude? Didn't need to attack me personally. Jeez. I'm not taking it personally, but man, that's... It hurt my feelies. There you go. I'm keeping Palpatine on the table because I like this statue, and I haven't, like... I've always had it behind the computer, and I'm like, why only pull it out whenever some cliche happens? Why not just keep it up all the time? And I'm like, oh, that's such a good idea. Why didn't I think of that before? So, no matter what, Palpatine's not going anywhere. That's my promise to you guys. Unless the cats eat him. Or, like, do something, like, that destroys him. Call it 50-50. Our boys are kind of reckless vandals. Dun, dun. What am I doing walking? We got fast travel for that. Look at me using my legs. Oh, bounty hunter. Nah. Alright, quests. Okay, we got Crucible. We got the Archaeologist. We got the Shooting Range. We got the Gargoyles, which I'm not doing. Donating to the Temple of Light and the Sculptor. I actually might have to do... bounty hunter. I think I could probably do the Crucible in less than 45 minutes. I mean, I've done it before in record timing. I could just redo the Crucible and just wreck it later. That is a valid option. Crucible, Crucible, Crucible. I think it would be better if I just did the Crucible. Really. Because, like, if we waited too long, I could just do it twice in a row. I do like the Crucible a lot, and if I'm doing one, like, I could just show off in this. New quest available, Slave Rescue? I would rescue a bunch of people in a heartbeat. Where is it? I am going to save some lives. Because I thought that mission didn't unlock until after the Crucible, so I'm just sitting here like, why? Why? Okay. Cool. I'm fine with this. This is fine. Okay, now where do I go? This way? Got it. There it is. There's the mission. And 81 hours have passed by, which is like 2 days in this game, so... Or 3 days in this game.
You there!
I know how time works. Yes, I will help.
Marvellous. Very civic-minded of you, I must say. I've written down the slaver's last known location on this note.
Info. Location of the hard labor camp. Ooh. Via... Use it to find... Oh, it's in Brightwood? Out of the way. Could I even... I can't even... I'm not even close to that. I think the closest thing is like Westcliff. Brightwood Road?
Before the poor sod...
Oh wait, no. Am I mixing it up with somewhere? I think if I approach from this side of West... Wait, I know. Have I not unlocked Brightwood? I'm pretty sure... Am I just mixing up my locations? Because I totally have Brightwood somewhere in here. Yeah. It wouldn't let me just teleport to Brightwood? Where on earth is this quest taking me? Okay. Let me see the instructions. Down. Boom. Yeah, it's in Brightwood. I have Brightwood unlocked. Why is it not letting me teleport? Brightwood. Brightwood Tower. Why not? Boom. Because it said it was in Brightwood, and it said it I'm like, okay, cool, let's teleport to Brightwood. I don't know why I did Westwood. I think it's just because Westwood is a lot closer to Brightwood. But... Have I not explored all of Brightwood? I'm going crazy thinking of this, man. Is it... I'm pretty sure... Okay. I love Fido. Fido is like the best name for this dog. I think next run I'm going to name it Radcliffe for like the evil run. I wouldn't mind. I think I'm going to do an evil run of this game. Because like, honestly, I think it would be entertaining.
I do for you that.
I would like 1 potion, please. What's the strongest thing you got? I do not have that much money. I don't have money.
You won't regret that purchase.
Honestly, I wish they would reorganize this. 'Cause this is already a bit of a mess.
Good job.
Boom. The Bandit Coast. But I was just in the Bandit Coast. What the heck? I don't know this location yet. No, I've been here. I know this area. Quick, dig a tunnel.
Get me out! Get me out!
I will in a minute.
I was born to be a slave. Help me, please.
You don't have to take that.
Digging my way.
Call your dog before we dance it.
Okay, I love it how if you charge up for a melee attack. Okay, there's the key. I love how if you charge up for an attack, the enemies, if they're sentient, will try and get out of your way.
Born to be a slave. Help me, please.
Thank you. Thank
I've
you.
never been so relieved in my life.
I didn't know that was a valid mission. You know, I've never completed 100% of the game before the time skip. I wish they would show, like, the DPS of weapons in this game. So I think it would help out a lot. This door is locked. Why is the ooh, key! I've never seen this key before. That is a new one. I don't think I've seen that key before. Okay. Okay, let's teleport and complete the mission. Quests. Oh, it's already done. Bounty Hunter. Bartender, woodcutter, blacksmith. Here's a sale. I love sales. I got no money though. Okay, items. Food. I'm running low on food. But I have a boatload of potions that heal for way more. Actually, I think I'm going to... the sculptor. Alright. Because I found a bunch of statues, but I can't remember... Like, I know you can't do it on the spot. Like, you can't just walk over and go, there's a statue here now. But I want to see what happens if you try. Or, like, if you go back to her. Because I don't normally do the statues. But, I don't know. I'd have to double check. Gotta like the paragon figure that is a super adventurer. Alright. Oh, look. So it does activate. It still has my old clothes. Oh, that's alright.
Only someone really stupid.
Hey, no need to say mean things. Right, do I just have a statue now? I'm pretty sure you have to go to... I didn't think about that.
Ah, you wish to model for me again?
Okay.
Yes.
Why not do a statue of me dancing?
Astounding. Fantastic.
Basically, you wait until
I
it
hope
gets
you
like
can
really, really
sustain this
small, and then you have to
performance.
just nail the landing.
How perfectly statuesque. Keep it up. I have never seen such modeling. Please, you must hold your pose until I say so, not a moment earlier. Yes, your technique is astounding.
Why do I need to do this?
I hope you can sustain
Why did I
this
subject myself to
performance.
this?
How perfectly statuesque. Keep it up. I have never seen such modeling. Just a bit longer.
Okay, now I can do it.
Bravo.
Hey.
The ideal has become real. You have reached into the embers of the ephemeral and pulled out the fire of eternity.
That is very, very poetic. I actually really like that. That was really nice. Look at that good boy. Oh no. Return to Mad Dog and marry the Murray. Classic. The Crucible. Let's go to the Crucible. Hat, headband, mustache. I don't understand it at all. But it gets a laugh. And I think the only thing that really I don't understand it at all. I have like a large history of entertainment across all mediums, and from stage performance to like street performance. But I've never heard of... Oh wow, people really don't like me. Wow, people really hate me in this area.
My mood's lifting thanks to you. Love it.
Jeez. Is this the gambling game that I like? There's like one game that I like avidly like. Fortune's Tower. This is my favorite one because it's so unnecessarily complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it gets really fun. And like you can actually like complete it and still not make as much money as if like you were just playing normally. Deal out another row. Okay, that was a bad example. So basically how this game works is they deal it out row after row. And if the next row down matches any of the ones above it, like you saw how the 4s disappeared, if it matches those, then it basically is a dud round. You basically get paid based around how much you throw down, and your bet is written right where I am. So I'm gonna at least for this demonstration. Yeah. Boom. Deal again. Now it's worth 6 points instead of 10. And then you deal it out again. Now it's worth 18. I'm gonna take the offer because I at least outdid what I used to have. If you deal out a card with the knight, it clears out that row and you don't lose any points on it. But basically rinse and repeat this. And you could technically like loop this level a buttload and make a lot of money on it. I'm gonna take that offer. And then based around whatever multipliers you get as the cards go, That would have won me a lot of money. I am not a very, like, gambly person. But I'll go off of those odds. Ooh. Yeah, that failed. Darn. ×2 bonus. ×3 bonus. Oh, I'm sticking with that. Good thing I did. I love this game way too much. Oh, I am not going any further than that. Man. I kind of miss this game. Like, I wouldn't mind playing, like... I love playing the gambling games in this game because it's just... They actually feel like gambling games. Except for the one that's like, God, what is how in Corset? They really like triangles when designing gambling games in this game. I've noticed that was a reoccurring theme. Boom. These games are also designed for, like, video game gambling. For, like, to a certain extent. Like, I know how to fold and cut my losses IRL, but whenever I'm playing games, I'm like, the money isn't real. So I don't feel that same worry. A very good hand. I could card count in this game. If it's at the top of the screen, like, if you get in a bunch of cards in a row, you'll get multiplier bonuses. More often than not, you lose money in these games. I think that's also a part of the you should do good and not evil tropes that they cram into this game a lot. Okay, let's actually try and take one round seriously. Nah, I'm gonna bank that. Pay debt. Boom. You actually get better stats based around how much money you make in these games. You can actually make a lot of money just playing gambling games and just wasting away your money. I got 7 gold. I lost 93. Well, technically I lost 101 and then I gained 7. I'm not gonna waste your time with gambling. I think I already did too much.
Hey, good luck in there.
I got weapons I can sell. Got weapons I can buy.
I nearly missed your big entrance.
Okay, weebiness aside, I think the best weapons are katanas.
who it is. A Crucible contender if ever I saw one.
Been causing quite a commotion, ain't you? Everyone knows who you are.
Why, there hasn't been so much buzz about a competitor since... Ooh,
Knockout
Knockout
Nora.
Nora. Remember her, Mad Dog? Oh.
Yeah, point is, you've earned your place in the... Oh, eager to die, eh? I like that. Go on then. Dog's got to stay outside, though.
That's a good point, though. I don't want to get my dog, my good boy, should not be exposed to the horrors that is the Crucible. And I think this is where we're going to leave off for today. I really like the Crucible, but I also know that in the limited amount of time, I'm not going to be able to show you everything. And it's kind of like the most magical part of one of these areas. So I got to show you one of my favorite areas, and tomorrow I'm going to show you like one of my favorite locations. One of my other favorite locations, because the Crucible, 10 out of 10 work. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate that you've made it this far in the video, because if you're here, that means you stayed through the entire thing, or at least skipped to the end, which means I get to see you and get to say stuff. Thank you so much for being here. Follow if you're on Twitch. Always remember to take care of yourself and drink lots of water. Go to school. Don't do drugs unless you're sick. Then don't go near people, and take proper medication. So, I mean, you never know. Remember, Tiethulhu watches.